Okay, so hey everyone, welcome to the Team Perseverance team call. It is Monday, October 3rd. I am Charise Rohm Nulsen, and I am stepping in for Dave and Kristen tonight as they are out at a fundraiser dinner. And so tonight I will be talking about growing your cold market with Facebook, specifically with the Facebook like page as we call it. And for those of you that are in the Diamonds to Dollars training, this is going to be the same information that I presented this week in Diamonds to Dollars, but for those of you that work with like pages, you know that you really can never hear information on Facebook too much. So I will be sharing that. I'll be sharing a presentation, and for those of you that will be trying to take notes, I'll be sure to post a link to the presentation afterwards in Team Perseverance, so you will be able to copy and paste any links and information directly from there. So don't worry if you miss something on the screen. It's going to be a lot of information, so I'll be talking as quickly as possible, and that way we can have some time for questions at the end. Dave didn't pass along recognition or announcements, so I'm just going to go through a few announcements that I would be sharing on my team call this week. So the first thing is that we have another month of amazing challenge pack sales. This has never been done before in the history of Beachbody, just so you guys know that are newer coaches. Having all of these challenge packs, I think 15 challenge packs on sale for a few months in a row is unheard of. So this is the time to set yourself up for success for 2017. As you may have heard from the Superstar weekend of the Superstar coaches together with corporate this past weekend, the one piece of advice that they all shared with corporate is this is the time of year when they step up and they put the pedal to the metal, and they are just nose to the grind, like working so hard to set themselves up for an amazing 2017. And this is also the time when the majority of coaches slow down because, you know, the holidays are starting. It's Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all the holidays. People are just winding down from the year. This is not the time to do that. It's the time to do the opposite. And Beachbody is giving us the tools with all the challenge pack sales that we have for this month, for the month of October. Today was the Core de Force sneak peek on Beachbody On Demand. Raise your hand if you did it today. Raise your hand if you love it. 2 hands for me. This was my 3rd time doing it today, and it's an awesome program. So fantastic. All the workouts are 30 minutes or less, mixed martial arts, no equipment needed. Every move works your midsection. Every move works your core. It's basically everything all of us could ever ask for. You should be promoting your experience with Core de Force on social media. And don't forget that there is a contest that Beachbody is running where they are giving away money and Core de Force base kits. So if you did do Core de Force, post your picture on either Instagram or Twitter today and hashtag it Core de Force and hashtag it sweepstakes to be entered into that contest. Always worth doing. Also this month, the top 10 challenge packs sellers will win a Beachbody Apple Watch, which is a really cool prize, so we should all be going for that. We have a very cool Success Club prize this month. If we hit Success Club 5, we will earn a webinar with Eric Qualman, who is a social media expert, and we should just always be taking in as much information as we possibly can about social media. So this is a great prize to earn. The Health Bet ended yesterday for those of you participating in the Health Bet groups. If you have your own participants in Health Bet, make sure that they have a valid email address and mailing address to receive their check. I think I saw that the preliminary email will go out soon to the people who have actually earned a piece of the Health Bet pot. But I think an audit is being done on, I think they said October 10th, and that will be when they figure out exactly how much everybody is getting. So we'll have to stay tuned for that information. Coach Basics started today for many of our teams. So Congratulations to those of you who are taking that step and starting with Coach Basics. If you are sponsoring a coach in Coach Basics, make sure that you are checking in on them every day and holding their hands through this process and scheduling a Getting Started Right call for them, either with just you or with you and your upline diamond. Our next challenge group will be starting on October 17th, always the third Monday of the month. Our Fight For It free 7-day group promoting core to force starts October 24th, and in that group we will be highlighting the sneak peek workout, the MMA speed workout that you all hopefully did today, as well as Joel and Jericho's BOD exclusive workouts, plus some other little workout tips and nutritional information. Especially we'll have some kind of secret information coming from those girls who are in the test group, Laura, Gina, and Kristen, and that's a great group to promote. We have Super Saturday this month. If you don't have your ticket bought for Super Saturday, you should be getting on that as soon as possible. No matter where you are, there's a Super Saturday nearby, and of course there's a really big event that our New York friends are hosting that's going to be incredible, with Joel and Jericho themselves being there. And then the Core to Force launch itself. The challenge packs do come out on October 31st, which is a great little boost to help everyone grab Success Club for the end of this month if you haven't yet attained it. So challenge packs October 31st, and then the base kits and everything else will be available on November 1st. As always, with launches of new products, this kind of rolls out slowly. It rolls out on Pacific Coast time. So just be patient on those days, but everything will become available on those days. So now to just give you a little information about me, in case you don't know me, I am the founder of Team Fit and Natural. I have been a coach for 3 years. Dave is my sponsoring coach. And let's see, I am an elite 2015 coach. I'm a 5-star diamond, and September was my 36th month of hitting Success Club, which is every month that I've been a coach. And so as for how I've been able to hit Success Club all these months in a row, I absolutely cannot imagine having done it without my Facebook like page, because very early on, of course, I was sharing my enthusiasm with others on play dates and little things like that, and that's how the first little Success Club months happen. But then you quickly realize that you can't live within your warm market forever. And it's really wonderful to be able to have a Facebook like page, because you have permission, basically. You can feel that you can post about Beachbody, about nutrition, about working out, about health and wellness, and whatever is your niche with coaching, about the coach opportunity. You can post about it all day long on your like page, because that's why people come there. You don't have to worry about annoying people. Some people feel hesitant to post on Facebook as a new coach, and that's understandable. But if you have a like page, that's where you should be posting about that. So you don't have to feel hesitant. You don't have to feel nervous. It's a place for you. So I'm going to start sharing my screen to show my presentation. Just give me 1 minute while I pull it up, and then we will get going, and I will start talking through all of our tips here. So here we go. Present mode. Okay, so if you have questions throughout, you can unmute yourself and speak up. It's kind of hard to see the chat box when you're in presentation mode with slides, so just unmute yourself and speak up. But I will be taking questions at the end, and you can ask anything you want about Facebook whatsoever, whether I've covered it here or not, and hopefully I'll be able to answer your questions. So you can also just write down your questions, and if they're not covered in the training, we'll talk about it after. So first of all, for those of you that do not have a Facebook like page, this is the link here where you can create a Facebook like page. This is a very simple, user-friendly process. So if you feel like you know nothing about social media, you do not have to fear this process. It's very easy. And just because you create a Facebook like page, it doesn't mean that anyone's going to see it right away. So you do have time to get things ready. what you're going to do is first select public figure and a category like coach, entrepreneur, public figure, or health wellness site for your category. I personally have mine set to health wellness site, but I believe most people do choose public figure. As for what you name your like page, this is important. You can change it later, but I highly suggest that you call it your own name. And if you don't want it to just be your own name, you can have a tagline description immediately following it. So mine is Charise Nulsen, Fit and Natural Parenthood. And part of the reason why you want your name in it is because if you continue with this business and you stay consistent, you will keep adding friends to your personal profile. And eventually you will hit a cap. I believe you can have 5,000 personal Facebook friends. So then this will be where everyone new to your life will be going to interact with you on Facebook. So having your name there is helpful. Also, for people to search for you, having your name there is helpful. So even though we can all get into having like fun and cute names, that's great, but have it as a short tagline after your actual name. And then before you invite anyone to your page, don't just create the page and then start inviting people. Make sure that you put up 5 to 8 quality posts that truly represent the kind of content that you plan to share. And it's okay if you put up all 5 to 8 of those in one day and just space them out. That's totally fine. No one's going to be looking at when you posted them. Just have the posts up that represent what you will be posting, and then go ahead and use the invite feature to invite all of your Facebook friends. And it's okay if in the beginning, your first 50 to 200 people are your personal friends from your personal profile, because those people are choosing and electing to receive information from you focused on the topic of health and wellness. So again, you do not have to feel like you are bombarding them with information. And the other thing is, if you posted on your personal page and on your like page all day long, only a fraction of your people would see most of those posts, if they even see one at all. So you always have to remember that when you feel like, oh, I'm scared to post, because you're just reaching a fraction of your audience each time. So why create a Facebook like page? Well, like I said, you can post about health, fitness, nutrition, motivation all day without bothering anyone, because you are helping them. You are providing them with a service. You are providing them with value, because this is why people are on your page. And this is how you expand your market, because you cannot stay within your warm market forever. You cannot just ask everyone from your high school class and your college class and your office over and over and over again if they want to do something with Beachbody. You just cannot, and you don't want to do that. You want to be able to meet new people. My team personally is from all over North America. Everyone is so different, but they are the most amazing people. And I would have never met these wonderful people without my like page, because that is where the majority of them come from. So it's really just a fabulous thing for us personally, because the great thing is you meet the kind of people that you want to attract. So you are going to you're going to establish yourself as a brand, and you're basically going to think of the Facebook like page as your own reality show where you control the content. So instead of thinking like, oh, my Facebook friends, they only kind of know me as a stay-at-home mom. They don't really know me as anything having to do with nutrition or fitness or wellness. Don't worry about it. You are starting from scratch with your like page, and you are going to tell your story, and you're going to be who you want to be, and you're going to start that from day one. You are controlling the image that people have of you, which is a really amazing thing. You also can enable people to get to know you faster with your like page, so that the form process goes faster in general. So the way that I use my Facebook like page is that I use it as my source of all of my new personal friends for my personal profile. So I am not scouring moms groups and local groups. I'm fairly new to the area that I live in. I would hate to just be only, pulling those people into my personal network and just, putting Beachbody over their heads all the time. What I'm doing is I am looking through anybody who likes my page. And if you have the Facebook Pages app on your phone, This is super simple. When you're within the Pages app, it says the number of people that like your page, and that's a hyperlink. If you just click that, so I'll see, almost 9,000 people have liked my page. I'll click that, and I immediately see the little faces and the names of the people who have liked my page each day. So each day I go right there, I click on the people. If they have their Facebook profile set so that someone who doesn't have mutual friends can friend them, and if they look like they're someone like me, like if they look like they're a positive person who is a mom of young kids, then I'm going to send them a friend request. If I see people liking and commenting on my posts on my like page, then I'm going to send them a friend request. If, again, they seem like my avatar, my kind of person that I want to work with. Because the really wonderful thing about coaching and the opportunity that we have here is that we get to choose who we work with, right? This is not like an office environment where, you're thrown into your office and, you have to basically make it work with the people around you because they're the only people you're going to get to work with. As a coach, you choose who's coming into your challenge groups, who's coming onto your team. It's an amazing gift to be able to have the people that you want to surround yourself with in your work environment. And that is what you get to do with who you start to form through your like page. So that is a great thing. You also want to have just a brief selection of scripts to message all new friends from your like page. So every time I have a new friend on my personal page, someone that accepts my friend request coming from my like page, I'll just say something that has nothing to do with Beachbody. It's straight up forming. And I'll send a message and say, hey, so-and-so, thanks so much for connecting with me. I just wanted to say hi because we're new Facebook friends. By the way, your family is beautiful. How old's your daughter? She looks to be about the same age as my daughter. My kids are 6 and 4. Something really simple. And I always ask a question, so they do have a reason to respond. A fairly innocuous question, and I've complimented them on something. And then that's how I just start chatting with them. And I do not move to immediately inviting them, but I basically, categorize them in my lists, and I know that we've formed, and then later on, I'll go and invite them to something that I think may be appropriate for them. Another great thing about the Facebook like page is that it gives you access to really helpful research tools, and I'm going to show you 2 of those tonight. One is the Audience Insights tool, and one is Power Editor. And through the Audience Insights tool, you can research a very targeted audience that fits within your niche, which again, like I said, is a gift. You pick who you're going to be interacting with. Further benefits of the Facebook like page. You can repost things that you put on your regular wall on your like page, so it's not double the work. So a great thing to do is to post it at different times. So if you have carryover fans from your personal page, you have another chance to catch people. So if you have a great post that you're putting up about your workout that day or some awesome recipe that you came up with, maybe you put that on your personal profile in the morning, and then you schedule it for 8:30 p.m. after the kids are in bed, which is a popular Facebook time, on your like page. And then, hopefully you're catching people on one of those times. And that is another benefit, that you can schedule your posts on your Facebook like page. So many of us, I think, have tried to use things like Postcron and Hootsuite and Buffer to schedule posts, and they're helpful, but it also, is not the most direct way to do it, because sometimes those services make a mistake. They cut posts off. People can see that they've been posted by Hootsuite or something like that. But when you schedule your posts on the Facebook like page, which you do simply by, instead of hitting publish, you click the date and time that you want. You click like the little clock feature instead of the word publish, and then you can schedule it for any date and any time, which is really wonderful. And then the post appears as if you just posted it. It doesn't look like it has been scheduled. And I know that there's people on our team that will take something like a Sunday morning and just put up all of their, scheduled posts for their like page. We have been sharing before and after pictures from Core de Force. You can take one of those Core de Force before and afters and schedule it for every single day for your like page at a different time with a different kind of messaging. That could take you about 20 minutes, and you could have a month scheduled of, really fantastic posts. You can also boost your posts, which means that you pay money to get more attention from your avatar people who are like you and who you actually want to work with. And I want to be very clear that I never spend a lot of money on Facebook advertising. I spend $1 to $3 to promote a post or to promote my page per day maximum, and that is it. And that's all you need to do if you're doing it right. Okay, so you've created your like page. Now you want to let your friends know about it. So one thing you want to do on your personal profile is to make sure that you have a direct link to your like page in the About section. So in the About section, if you go to Update, Info, and Edit, you can add in a workplace, and as your most recent workplace, put in the name of your like page. It will populate there, and then you can add a position like CEO or founder of Charise Nulsen Fit and Natural Parenthood. Check that you currently work there and make sure it's public, because any new friends that you make on Facebook is going to check out your About section. That's always what I do when I have a new Facebook friend, and so that will lead them right to your like page. You also can share posts from your like page to your personal page as a way to show people and remind people that you have these posts there. And then also every once in a while you want to post on your personal page something like, thank you to all of you who have supported me and come over and become a fan on my like page where I'm sharing, health, fitness, and wellness tips for busy moms. If you haven't done so, I'd love to have you visit over there. Here's where you can find me. Things like that. Do it, schedule it in your Google Calendar to do it every 2 weeks or so that people have the opportunity to go like you over there. Another really important thing is that you want to have a cover picture on your like page that really wows people and shows people exactly what your brand or your niche is. So, if you're all about nutrition and healthy recipes, or if you have a certain profession that you want to promote, like teachers, and you're a teacher and you're trying to reach other teachers, have something that highlights that you're a teacher there. If there's certain things that really make up your brand and your identity, you want to have that promoted on your cover photo. The perfect size is right here, 851 by 315 pixels, but if you use something like PicMonkey.com or Canva.com, they both have automatic settings for Facebook cover photo, and that's very easy to use. Canva is a little bit harder to use than PicMonkey, but it makes stuff look really, really professional, so I highly recommend it. You also can go to a site called Fiverr, Fiverr, and you can hire a graphic designer or somebody who can make a cover photo for you for like $20 and work with any pictures and images that you have. And I know that there's amazing people on our own team that do this. My friend George Axline here on the team, she makes great images. You can just reach out. We'll connect you with somebody if you want somebody to help you make the cover photo. But one of the best things that you want to do with your cover photo is to have a little click here or join the free group now thing. And I'm gonna try and show you my my Facebook really fast. Let's see. Where am I? Okay, so here, now this is one that I made in Canva recently, but you can see on my cover photo that it says click here for free online yoga, because we're going to be running a free group with 3-week yoga retreat. So having always something that's a click here promoting some kind of value, free value that you can provide people is key. It could be a free 7-day clean eating thing. It could be a free free 21-day fix approved recipes, and you can have it in email form, but you can either tell people to comment below, or you can use something like Wufoo or Google Forms or MailChimp to collect their info. And if you do that, I suggest that you never ask for anything more than their name and their email, because people get overwhelmed if there's too many things to fill out. You may see that Melanie Mitro can have people fill out a form with like 10 questions asking about their deep why. None of us here are really at Melanie's #1 coach level yet. So what you want to do is just have people answer you. So you want to ask for the simplest amount of information possible, and name and email will do it. You also should gauge how well you are conveying who you are and using yourself as your brand, and not using Beachbody as your brand, but you, because remember, this is going to be your reality show, by checking the view of your photos in the square of 9. So if you look on your like page, there's a little place where there's the 9 last pictures that you posted in a square. And you want to look at that and you want to see how much you see your face in those pictures. And if you're seeing things like the bag of Shakeology, generic quotes that you got from Google Images, a picture of like some image that Beachbody created, then that means that you are not promoting you and you are not promoting your brand. So you want everything to be your version of your opinion on the workout, your superfood shake, but it's you drinking it, your healthy meal that you threw together, your tips for getting your kids to eat healthy foods. So it's going to be your face. And if you do not see your face in most of those pictures, it's time to start changing the way that you post there. So 3 ways to be promotional, but to add value there is, again, to remember that you are your brand and you're going to be sharing your healthy recipe finds. So things that I love to do is whenever I'm eating out, to take a picture of the healthy meal that I choose. Any kind of picture of food that looks beautiful, whether you made it or not, gets really great responses. So show that when you're out to eat, you can actually choose a healthy meal. After you do your 21-day fix workout or your quarter force workout or your size workout, what you can do is just pause it after you just learned a new move. You can record yourself on video teaching that move and say, here's a great way to, tighten your core. And you don't even have to do crunches, and then show yourself doing the move. It could be 2 minutes long, and then post that video on Facebook. And that is providing value to your readers. You want to share your easy tips for wellness. There's things that we take for granted that we do, healthy snacks that we make, little things like remembering to drink enough water, things that are commonplace to us now because we're on a fitness journey that other people do not find commonplace, and they appreciate the reminders. So share every little healthy thing that you do with your day. And the more that you can use raw video, the better. You do not ever want to use links to YouTube, because Facebook competes with YouTube and they will not serve YouTube links. So raw video means that you're just posting it in the actual real form of the video that you recorded it in. You can also use Facebook Live, which is the thing to do right now. And so I know it's scary to go live on your like page, but the more that you go live on your like page, even if only one person watches you, the more your other posts will be served by Facebook to people. And you just want to be real, you want to be you. You can make mistakes, like when I am doing live video, my kids are usually like tearing through the room, asking me questions, and that's fine, because that's what the people I attract want to see. They're not looking for perfection. They're looking for a mom like them, a real, live, crazy, hectic mom who is finding a way to fit wellness and fitness into her life. And that's what I show when I do video on my pages. So you just want to kind of force yourself to do it. And you don't have, if you don't like talking on video, then you can just record part of your workout. You can record up to 2 minutes of yourself doing a workout that fits within compliance rules. And it's okay for the sound of the workout to be in the background, as long as you're not just showing the screen the whole time and you're showing yourself. You can do that for 2 minutes and show people what a workout looks like, which people always really love to see. But the biggest thing that you always want to ask yourself with your like page is, how am I providing value? Because if all you're trying to do is just promote your challenge groups and promote products and promote Shakeology, people aren't going to find value in that. But if you're taking the time to really help people, they are more likely to trust you and your opinion. So to go into the first tool of Facebook that I highly recommend that you use, this is the Audience Insights tool. Hold on, let me just check chat. Okay, so Karen, I made you feel better about your very imperfect videos. Your imperfect videos are exactly what you should be doing. You should be showing that you're not perfect, because that's really what pulls people in. So just keep doing that. That's awesome that you're doing it. So for the Audience Insights tool, this is the link right here. Something key is that you have to use Google Chrome. You can't be within another browser. This is the best way to find your avatar, because you can ultimately create all of the audiences that you will promote your page to. So, you know, if you are looking for moms in Canada who love yoga and Lululemon and have kids who are preschool age, but also watch Dance Moms, then you can create that audience. But the key thing is that you want your audiences to be within the size of 500,000 to 1 million, not less and not more. It's not a game of create the largest audience possible, because they won't wind up seeing your posts. So it's 500,000 to 1 million. And when you're within the Audience Insights tool, there's a little thing right on the right side of the page that clearly tells you how big your audience is. But the best way to start testing and promoting the ads that you are going to do is to start with a Beachbody related audience, because they're basically an audience that you can trust. And this doesn't mean that you're going to just attract coaches to your page. You might get some coaches to your page, but I'll tell you that there are several new coaches on my team this year, several new challengers that I've had that have come in through a Beachbody audience. And it's been a situation where they were doing, like, you know, they had T25 at home and they had no idea about challenge groups, and they never tried drinking Shakeology, but they're a user of T25. Or, you know, they have some old like P90X program at home, so they kind of follow Beachbody stuff, but they're not necessarily doing all that we are capable of giving them. So it's not a bad thing to start with a Beachbody audience when you're looking for page likes for your page. So I think that the best kind of campaign to start with is not to just boost your call to action posts and boost your posts left and right. And by the way, just hitting the little boost button is kind of the worst way to start promoting your page and promoting ads, because that's the least efficient way to do it. So that's kind of throwing money away. You want to be able to create an audience and then have a targeted ad for likes. So this is going to bring people that you don't know to your page to like your page. So you're going to create an audience that's a Beachbody audience. So you can pick 2 big things that are popular with Beachbody to be part of this audience. So this could be something like you start with Tony Horton and Shailene Johnson. And that's going to take you way over the million mark for the sweet spot of 500,000 to 1 million, but then you narrow it down. So you're going to look in the affinity area at other things, that other pages that people who are likely to like Shailene and Tony would also like. And you narrow it down from there, and you get to the point where it's 500,000 to 1 million. And that's how you're going to test creative. So what you'll do is you'll just have a kind of call to action message that states the value of your page. So like my page for tips on how to fit health and fitness into your life as a busy mom. Something very direct like that, naming whatever your niche is. And then pick 2 different images or 2 different videos that you want to start with as a way to see which one performs better. And that's what you're going to go with for your first kind of campaign. But within Audience Insights, you're just creating audiences. So you're going to start with the Beachbody audience. And the other thing that is going to be the tool that I use most is Power Editor. I just wanted to see, I thought there was another chat. I have a big problem with getting this audience size right. I feel like mine is too small. Maybe I am targeting too much. Yeah, you probably are targeting too much. you definitely, you know, have to kind of start big. And then if you add in a qualification, like if you narrow something down a little bit more and you see the audience size drop tremendously, then exit out, take that one away and go back to the step before and try something else. I have to do that sometimes for like 15, 20 minutes before I get to the right size. But if one thing becomes that thing that tips you over the edge as too small or too big, then just exit out and go back a step. Let me look in the chat box again. Like 100 selections is too large. Can you repeat the size? So the audience reach size should be 500,000 to 1 million. But let me talk a little bit about Power Editor first. So this is another tool that you must be in Google Chrome to use. And this is the link. Let me just move our faces for a second so you can all see it. And using the Power Editor is going to help you get the most out of your ad budget and give you the most control over your ads. So something that I like doing is running dark posts, which are ads that don't show up on your page. Because like I said, you know, you want to be using your like page to provide value. And you don't want call to action posts like, you know, like my page, join my challenge group, become a coach. You don't want that stuff to be constantly all over your page. So you can create the actual ad in Power Editor without having that post ever show up on your page, which is really nice, and then run it to whatever segment that you want to. And you can create those split tests, which is ways to test creative. So I will tell you that for getting likes for your page, the very best way to do it is to use short video snippets. So starting tomorrow, when you work out, put your phone up and make sure it's on the horizontal setting so that it will fill the screen, and just hit record, you know, a few times when you do a move. And you don't have to worry about the sound being on because you can edit that out later, but just start taking segments of you doing simple workout moves. And then that will be the videos that you start testing. And I also promise you that whatever videos you think you look awesome in are going to be the ones that don't really bring in a lot of people. It's the ones that you least expect. So just, you know, set aside your care for what other people think about what you look like. Like this is just, you're just trying to be as real as possible. That's what's gonna pull people in. So you will be able to create split tests where you will do something like this. So that you're gonna see within Power Editor, there's a campaign level, there's an ad set level, and there's an ad level. And within the ad set level, once you've created one ad campaign, within the ad set level, there's a little duplicate button, which looks like a carbon copy, two little kind of pieces of paper next to each other. You hit duplicate on the ad set level, and then you can just change the image from there. You upload a new video, and you leave the same messaging, the same target audience, and you put a new video up there. And then you let it go. You know, run both ads and see which one performs better. You don't ever want to test for more than $3. So this should not be costing you a lot of money for this. You don't want to test for more than $3. And you want to wait till your audience reaches 200 people before you decide to keep or to kill the ad. And you'll see that there's, you know, a little thing that says in the ads manager how many people your ad has reached each day. As soon as it hits 200, see how it's doing and make a decision. And basically what you should do is try and aim to have a page like cost no more than 15 cents per like. But it's really hard to get down to 15 cents per like. So the thing is, you just keep the one that is getting you the best return on investment. So maybe you have a bunch of videos that you're trying to get page likes, and maybe one is like $1 a page like, maybe one is 80 cents per page like, and maybe one is 40 cents per page like. Then, you know, yay, then you're getting a page like for 40 cents. You know, you're getting a prospect for 40 cents. Think about it that way. You know, you're getting somebody who fits the avatar of who you want to work with and exactly the kind of person you want in your challenge group for 40 cents. You're getting that new connection. So you keep that going until you can find one that's 30 cents, you know. But the thing is, I always think you should have an ad for page likes running. Even if you are running it for $1 a day, it's not a big deal, because when you have an ad campaign going, Facebook seems to serve your posts more. It's like they're rewarding you because you're throwing them a little bit of money. So all of your posts start to do better. And then, of course, the thing is that you shouldn't have to be boosting posts left and right, because if you are creating good content and you are bringing the right people to your page, then that's kind of the marriage made in heaven, right? Then you don't need to boost your posts all the time. You have the right people coming in and they're seeing your good content. And you're going to use the audience that's created within Audience Insights, which makes it nice and easy. So again, the target audience is going to be at least 500,000, but not more than 1 million. These are kind of the steps, and like I said, I'm going to give you this presentation after, so you can just copy the steps later. But it's auction, page likes, you choose your ad set, you pick your page, which is going to be the name of your like page, and you hit create. You select your ad set, you're going to make sure your page is selected, and you're not going to budget more than $3. And a great audience to work with for starting off is women aged 25 to 44, because that's kind of the sweet spot of Beachbody. But if you are below or above that, then you can extend it. But that's kind of like the researched sweet spot for a Beachbody audience. So you can pick something like, that should say Shailene and Sagi, or whoever is popular with Beachbody right now. The other thing that you can do is adjust the placement for where your ads will be seen. So right now, Power Editor has it that your placement is automatically selected. So basically, you have to go to the place where it says placement, open it up, and it will give you options for, do you want your ad on Instagram? Do you want mobile placement? Do you want it just on the right-hand corner of Facebook? Do you want it within the news feed? The thing is, it's always the easiest and the cheapest to just have it run for mobile. So just choose mobile. Don't even waste your time kind of playing with the others. Mobile has worked the best for me too, because people tend to scroll on their like page, and then that's when they're going to do a quick, scroll on their phone, and that's when they're going to do a quick like. Then you click create ad on the right, and you're just going to choose, like I said, text that is very simple. This is going to be mostly about the video that you put up that's going to be eye-catching, or the image. But you can just say something like my page for healthy eating tips, fun workouts, and daily motivation. It should tell you what the value is that you're going to be providing people with. So let's see. I highly recommend the iMovie app on your phone, which is a free app. I don't have a Mac computer, so I don't have the whole movie studio thing, but using the free app on my phone, after I record a video, I will just use the theme music or take away the sound if like my kids are screaming or something like that. But you can just leave the sound too to show real life. And I like to speed up. It's really obvious, like when you're within the iMovie app on your phone. I like to speed up the moves. It just looks cooler. You can link little, like if you recorded 3 different times during your quarter 4 sneak peek, you can put those 3 together and have it all set to music and all sped up if you want. And you can even write text on the video, like whatever the name of your like page is. So that's pretty cool to see like the words come across the screen. You want to aim for no more than 30 seconds. And if you could make 7 original videos and just start with that, and then take the one that brings you the best return on investment and leave that running for $1 a day, then your like page is going to be starting from a pretty good place. And like I said, you want to focus on getting new likes first, because if you're pulling in the right people and you're providing the right content, you shouldn't have to boost things too much. So the final tips are that your goals having a like page are to be present in people's news feeds, to provide value, and to create engagement. And that means that no matter what you post on your page, you are always asking a question. Always, always, always. Facebook will show your posts to more people if there is more interaction. So the more likes, comments, and comments come when they're answering a question, or shares that you get, the more people that will see it. And that's why you're also going to want to make sure to like the page as yourself, your personal profile, like the post as your page. If you have a spouse, have your spouse like all the posts. If your mom's on Facebook, have your mom like all your posts. If you have a success partner, have your success partner like all your posts, because that gives you a boost right there. Whoever is interacting with the post gives you a boost. Always, you can comment on your own posts too, and just say, you know, here's my email. If you have any questions, do that in the comments. That will count as a comment. Tag yourself as much as possible in your pictures, and tag yourself in your videos, tag yourself in your posts, tag yourself in your comments, so people always have an easy way to friend you, and it also creates more interaction. And you also want to create a Google Doc, which is how I keep all of my Beachbody stuff, and you want to save every post that you make for your like page. So every image that you create, all the text you create, just keep it all in a big list in a long Google Doc, and then you can repurpose and repackage that content. So if you have something about joining your team, then great. You can use the same text next month with a different image. Use, you know, one image for a different campaign the next time. Constantly. Do not reinvent the wheel, and just repurpose what you already have. So let me turn off share, and we can do some Q&A. I think I have a couple of things in the chat here. If we tag ourselves, does it show up on our personal page? It is different all the time. So if you tag yourself, sometimes the post shows up beautifully on your personal page. Sometimes it doesn't show up at all. Facebook is so weird with this. Sometimes on your personal page, people will see a bunch of the last images that you've tagged yourself in all at once. There's no rhyme or reason to it that I can figure out, but you still want to keep doing it, because every time it does show up on your personal page, that's more eyes on it. It's a reminder, you know, of what you're doing on your like page. And for all the people who are only on your like page, every time they see your personal profile, that's another opportunity for them to identify with you, for you to brand your name, and for them to be able to friend you if they want to in that place. So that's a good question, but yeah, it's just not straightforward. What other questions do you guys have? I think, well, actually, I remember, I think it was George. You had a question about creating photo albums that you wanted me to answer. So I don't think it's a good idea to create photo albums on your like page specifically. It doesn't get the same kind of attention as a brand new post. So I would just always create brand new posts each time, even if images correlate with other images. You know, you can connect them in some way later on. You can use them in a collage or something like that. You know how they correlate, but I wouldn't just do the photo albums on your like page. What other questions do you guys have? You can type it in chat, or you can unmute yourselves. No other questions? Oh,
I have a question.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty new to like my like page, even though I've had it for a while. I still don't get how I can tag myself. Like, I put a picture of myself up, you know, drinking Shakeology on my like page, have a really cool post, but I can't seem to press my picture and tag myself.
Sometimes you can tag yourself in the normal way, and sometimes Facebook doesn't allow you to. But let me show you. Let me try and do it live on my. I don't know if there's anything I'm not tagged in, but let me pull it up and try and show you.
Because I'm trying to do it. I have myself on my like page, and it doesn't let me do anything when I press my face.
Okay.
Oh, there's a little tag on top.
Here we go. So share screen. Okay, so you can go to Photos, and then let's see. So right here, and then if I start typing my name, it pops up.
You know
So,
what? Maybe I've never even liked my own like page.
oh, yeah. But if you go to the photos section and then go within the photos itself,
Okay.
then you should be able to tag like that. So there I am.
Photos.
And then when you do the video, it's a little bit different. Oops. Let me go back and try and show you tagging. When you tag with the videos, like if I was going to try and post a video right now, it's going to be, well, like if I was going to post this box comes up, and down here is tag people in your post.
Okay.
So if I click there, then I can just start typing my name and do that. And then also with this, when you're posting raw video, it's cool that they show the video title thing. So it could be like, kick butt, like, whatever, at home with me doing MMA. And then for video tags, you can also put in like kickboxing, and it limits you at a certain amount, but you can put in a bunch of tags, which is really helpful. And then this is where your text goes for the raw video. So right up here where it says say something about this video. Yeah, so that's a pretty cool feature for tagging on the video too. I find that the videos do show up well on your personal page, Crystal, by the way, what you were asking about before. So let me stop the share there.
Thanks.
Sure. Any other questions?
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
It's Megan.
Hi, Megan.
Hey, I just started my life page this weekend, and I went to go to like respond like you would normally do to the comments, and write people's name in so that way it keep looking at it or whatever. Can you not do that on the like page?
Can you not tag?
Well, like, so if say if like say if you had liked or made a comment underneath like my post, and then I would write your name and then write my comment,
Yeah.
But it's not letting me write a name underneath it. Is it supposed to or no?
Yeah, you should be able to. You should be able to tag in a reply.
Oh, but not on the phone. I just saw that, Shannon. Okay, on the phone. Okay.
Well, you can on the phone though. If you start with a capital letter, sometimes it will come up. And then if you're on the computer, you have to do the @ sign. But I'm glad that you brought that up, because a key thing about getting comments, when people actually comment on a post on your like page, the beauty of it is that you can actually reply by private message. So that's how you can private message people that are not your friends, that are just fans. So like anytime that people comment on anything on your like page, you should use the private message feature to reach out to them and just say something. So the little thing it'll say message, and then what's really cool is that it pulls up, like when they see the private message, it populates with your entire post that they were looking at. So they'll actually like know who you are and remember what you're talking about, because they'll see the whole thing under there. And you can just say, hey, thanks so much for your support. I love when people appreciate busy moms working out. Do you also exercise at home? Just like something you have to answer. And that's a great way to start interaction. And that is also why, like, for a long time, I had my cover photo, the added value kind of free thing, was a 7-day clean eating thing. And I also have an ad that I run for $1 a day all the time, because hundreds of people comment on it to say, yes, I want 7-day free clean eating email series. And so every time somebody new comments on there, then that's somebody for me to private message, because I reply to them there and say, sure, I'll get it right out to you. But then I private message them and say, thanks so much. That's great that you're interested in healthy eating. Do you mind if I ask, what's motivating you? And then right from there, look, we're on step 2 of the 5-step invitation process, and I'm getting to know their why, for why they're interested in something nutrition focused. So for me, paying that $1 a day to run that ad to offer something for free where people have to comment on it to get what they want has been a huge benefit for me. And I also always go through those posts, and those are where I send friend requests to. Any of those things that are the call to action posts where I'm boosting for $1 a day and people keep commenting, friend requests are going out, because those are people saying like, hey, I need help with nutrition, so they're great people to get to know better. And then on my personal page, I don't post about Beachbody a lot. At the most, it's once a day, because I'm really kind of working my like page. But then when those people from the like page come over to my personal page, they're seeing me as a mom, they're seeing me with my kids, they're seeing me in like real life form and seeing I'm a regular person. And that's when they feel much more comfortable talking to me as well. So thanks, that reminded me of a few other things I wanted to say. Any other questions?
I do. I have a question about messaging the people, because on the like page, they're likers. You can't communicate, as I have found, you can't communicate with them. So do you like them from your personal page and then message them?
So if they have commented on any post,
If on the comment, you can comment back to them.
then you can private message them.
You can private message them?
Yeah, it will say, so when they comment on one of your posts on the like page, it will say like, reply, or message. So
okay.
reply is just replying within the comment
on that
message
for the public to see.
Yep, but the message is exactly what I was saying.
Oh, I never noticed that.
And the whole post pops up, so it's like this beautiful way that they receive it. And I also find that I think that when people receive private messages from a like page, it stands out more in their inboxes. People are much more likely to reply to me. Even people that are my personal Facebook friends too will answer more quickly when I message from my like page, because I think it calls out for attention more. So as much as you can private message from your like page, you want to do that.
Okay, I have to look at that. I haven't noticed that.
Yeah, it's a cool feature.
Thank you.
Any other questions, guys? All right, well, we're hitting the hour mark, so I will let you go, but I did record this, so I'll be sure that Dave or I post it in the Team Perseverance group. And if you guys think of any other questions, you can send me a private message, or you can comment and just make sure to tag me on any of these call-related posts. So thanks so much for your time tonight, guys, and I hope you have a great night. Bye.